tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make a broomstick stitch in crochet. I know when you look at this pattern you're probably thinking the same thing I did when I first looked at this pattern, and that's, oh my gosh, that is going to be so hard to do with all those little loop-de-loops. But once you get the hang of it, it's really not that hard, so I hope you're not too scared of this pattern because it's really easy once you get the hang of it. Also, for this pattern, you're going to need a broom, which could be an actual broom, or like what I'm using for this tutorial, a very large knitting needle, a US 50, or you can use a wooden dowel or anything cylindrical that you have on hand. For my sample piece, I actually used a smaller wooden dowel than what I'm going to be using for this tutorial, because for the tutorial, I want you to be able to see the loops really well. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started here so I can show you how easy this pattern actually is to make. So to get started, we need to make some chains, and you want to do those in multiples of 5 plus 1. So for this tutorial, I'm going to make 21 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Now we want to go to the second chain from our hook, and remember, we never count the one that's on our hook. So 1, 2, so right there we're going to insert our hook and make a single crochet. And we also want to single crochet into all the remaining chains, so we should end up with 20 when we get to the end. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. This is where you'll start using your broom. So go ahead and grab whatever you're using as a broomstick, and you can position it whichever way you want to, whatever's easier for you. For me, this just happens to be what I like. So anyway, we're going to take that chain 1 and pull it up and over onto our broomstick. And if your broomstick isn't all the same size like my knitting needle is, you want to make sure all your loops are on the same width of your broom. That way they're all the same shape. If they're all different sizes, it's going to look really weird when you get done. So try to keep them all similar. So now we're going to skip the first stitch and go to the second and pull a loop up over onto our broom. And we're going to keep doing that till we get to the end, and when we do, we should end up with 20 loops. So here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, this really isn't that hard, is it? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Now, as you can see, all my loops are similar sizes, so that's what you should be seeing at this point. And now we're ready to start making that loop-de-loop. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take 5 loops off of our broom. And be gentle with them, that way they don't tug and get bigger or shorter or, you know, whatever. We're going to insert our hook through the center of all 5 loops. We're going to grab our working yarn, pull it through the loops, and then we're going to make a slip stitch to secure them. Now we're going to make 5 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we pull off the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert our hook through the center of all 5. Make sure you don't miss a loop, because if you do, it's going to look a little weird. Pull our yarn through, and then finish off a single crochet there, and make 4 more single crochets, so we'll end up with 5. So here's number 2, 3, 4, 5, whoop, and then get 5 more loops. 3, 4, 5. All of my loops are trying to escape. Insert our hook through the center and just keep repeating what we did before. Pull the yarn through, finish up our single crochet, make 4 more for a total of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, these little loops just couldn't wait to be turned into a broomstick loop. All right. And these are my last ones, so insert through the center. Pull the yarn through, finish off the single crochet, and make 4 more for a total of 5. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then chain 1 and turn the work. And see, there's your little loop-de-loops, so they're really not that hard to make. And if you need to, you can always tug them just a little bit inside the single crochets that are holding them if they got a little misshapen while you were working on them. So anyway, before we do our next set of loops, we want to single crochet all the way across the top of these. And we should end up with the same amount that we started with, which is 20. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Then just chain 1 and turn your work. And that's all there is to it, y'all. All you do is just keep repeating rows 2 and 3 until you reach your desired height. And when you get done, you should end up with a pattern similar to this. I hope this has been a helpful tutorial, and if so, please subscribe to the channel for more nifty tutorials and patterns. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.